just quickly saying a little bit about the whole Jorge situation, just
Yes.
to tell
Yeah.
people about that a little bit and say that we're gonna, of course, we're gonna, who are we as people? Of course, we're gonna talk about it. But,
Yeah.
but
And
just
I
to
don't
like,
know how much that crossed over here. Like I'm not clued into the Epic the Musical stuff, but
mhm.
to give you guys context, something came out about one of Jorge's ex-girlfriends and him not being so great in their relationship. We're still in the research phase because we want to treat this one with the respect it deserved.
I essentially that situation feels like the height of irony, because
Yes.
he, one of the things that we've talked about with the Epic fandom overall since December is that he has created this fandom that is so like parasocially toxically attached to him as a person that they feel like if you say something about him at all that is in any way negative, that you're attacking them also as a person, and they ardently defend him as if he's their best friend because of that. And that this whole situation came out with this ex-girlfriend showing like a screenshot of something horrible he said to her, because one of his fans was in the comment section of one of her best friends, giving her like, how dare you say something mean about Epic the Musical, and like trying to defend him. And it's like, that fan is the one that took what she said and shared it with everybody, and then looked up her Twitter and stuff and started and like invaded her Twitter and started harassing her the exact same way that they harassed us. And
Hmm.
she is not the one that shared it. She had been posting about him on Twitter since 2020.
Yeah.
And you, none of you knew about it because she didn't tag him in it before he blocked her. That also
Hmm.
happened. And he didn't say anything. Like, she didn't even say his name. She just said my ex. And if you knew her, you knew who she was talking about, but she didn't do anything to like get people's attention.
Yeah.
And so like you literally brought this on yourself by just not being able to have any boundaries whatsoever with him as
Hmm.
a person. And so we of course have to talk about that, because that's a situation of like some sort of abuse happening where somebody people are not believing her. And it I will say that it's absolutely wild to be proven right about every single thing we ever said about
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
The reason why
Seriously.
people got mad at me is because I said that I didn't think that he wrote women well, and I thought that it was inappropriate how he talked about Calypso as if she was a victim when she is an abuser.
We are going to jump into that just because the fandom attacked this poor girl the exact same way they attacked us, to the point where I don't think her Twitter's private anymore, but she, like, at various times during this, like, dealing with the fandom, she privated her Twitter, and then she brought it back up and put a statement up and muted it, is I think where she's at with it.
Yeah. Sorry, my sound sucks, but my I can't use my microphone. But I did want to say that the reason I think it's important to talk about it is that he was dating her and like had just broken up with her when he was writing Epic the Musical.
Yes.
And from going back and looking at his videos, he, was interacting with her still when he was becoming like somebody on TikTok when he had finished writing most of the musical.
Hmm.
And so you can't act like the things that he did in that relationship didn't affect how he wrote things. Like he literally wrote a storyline of Odysseus becoming a monster and being saved by violently killing everybody to like defend his woman, which is the main reason why I was like critiquing that storyline. And in one of the messages he sent Emily, he was saying like, "Oh, I'm sorry for being so terrible to you, but you made me a better man through that relationship." And it's like, you traumatized this girl for the rest of her life and you're thanking her because she made your life better. Like, that is exactly why I didn't like that storyline. And that is why he wrote it that way.
Hmm.
And it's just like, you can't, there are things with the art that he made and how he talks to his fandom that is why that relationship is like worth of it to talk about, and also just to talk about how people like responded to her talking about it at all. Like, it was really bad. It
Hmm.
was really bad. I saw so many people being like, it happened 6 years ago, she's trying to ruin his career. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, she's not. She's just telling people, like, you think that somebody that is a wonderful person is pro life.
Hmm.
Do you like pro life
Yeah.
people? I don't think you do.
One of the
But
ones I ended up like chickening out and making it friends only, but I had posted like one of her tweets was talking about how he had told her when they were dating, he's not going to reveal his politics until he's so big that it's not going to matter.
yeah, and I will say
Hmm.
he has never said anything about anything.
Yeah, and he's about to do a war epic where
Nothing.
people get
Nothing.
genocided. Like,
He never said anything about Palestine. He's never said anything about anything. He never said anything about the election. I remember at the time when we were listening to Epic, I saw people like sometimes acknowledge that, and people in the comments would like come up with all these reasons about why he wasn't saying anything. Never even acknowledge that it even exists.
hmm
Like, and he's an online creator. He has to be seeing all these things. He's never done anything. He has 2 million followers. He's never said anything about Palestine. He's never trying to raise money for anything. He's never talked about ICE. He's never talked about anything.
yeah.
He's just making millions of dollars off of you listening to his badly written musical and just like going on with his life and not even acknowledging what's happening to other people. When you look at that, it's not difficult to see that he wouldn't be the nicest person,
hmm
but you have to actually look at what he's showing you instead of just seeing like what he would like you to see,
Yeah.
because none of that stuff was like that surprising. The Honestly, it was absolutely shocking that it happened, because I was like, how is this real? This is like kind of what I expected to come out some way somehow, like
hmm
one day, but I didn't think it would ever happen this quickly, and I didn't think it would be so obvious that we were always right about him.
Yeah, and
Like
we're not about to
everything.
let that get buried, not just because we were right, but because like Emily's story deserves to be platformed in whatever way that we can, even though we have a smaller following, we at least know that other people who've had this experience with Epic fans know about us.
Yeah, and also like I want people, anyone in the Epic fandom that's ever had like a negative experience with anyone, I want them to feel like they have some people that they can go to that will like believe what they say.
Yes.
And if we're anything else on the internet, we're going to be known as people who always believe people who say that they're victims.
Yeah.
Like, no matter who it is, like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to believe you no matter who it is. Like, that's the end of that. And that if
hmm
that's like the reputation we have, then that's what I want.